What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. All kind of rigged up, about to drop the trailer to the water, but I'm out here today in Waxhaw, North Carolina at a smaller lake called Cane Creek Lake. Hoping to catch a few. This lake's got some big fish, but it's kind of tricky to fish it at times. A lot of pressure on this lake as well. But let's go see if we can catch a few. It's supposed to be overcast most of the day. Plus we got a little bit cooler weather. Hopefully them big ones will bite. Let's do it. Let's get out on the water. Alright guys, first fish of the day. He's a small one. He's probably about 13 inches. I'll let him go. Bye, buddy. So my chatterbait bite died. I think I went about an hour without getting a bite, so I picked up a black worm and rigged it on a drop shot and started getting some bites. Drop shot. A little bit better. Nice one, a little small one. He's probably about 13. Don't let him go. There we go. No. I don't want to hear that. Yeah, that was a nice one.
It was shorter than hers, but only out.
I threw a chatterbait all over there, worm and everything.
You just don't smell right, I guess.
I don't think so. Yeah, I've caught a couple on that post before.
Yeah, they hang around there. I think we will load before the other folks don't load. Good luck. I won't run you out your spot next time.
Yeah. I'm surprised that fish was there. I don't know.
Hey, all it did, I felt heavy, and then all of a sudden it just eased off to the left. And I didn't realize that big got next close to the boat. It was under the boat everywhere.
I had that thing going, we're gonna get it.
Y'all be good. So I was working my way back to the boat ramp to get off the water, and I noticed there was a lot of bait sitting on a point with some bass underneath them, and I wanted to try to get a couple more to bite. Check it out. Ended up getting one more before I got off the water. Alright guys, another one. Right now I'm fishing this point right now. Marked a lot of bait, a lot of like fish on the kind of deeper end of this point, and just caught him on a drop shot with the black worm. Gonna let him go. So after when I caught that one fish on the point, I actually had a bass boat go up the lake and turn back around and post up right on this point with me, because he watched me caught this, he watched me caught this fish right on this point, and I was sitting here just like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, the dude literally watched me catch a fish and then came and fished this point right ahead of me. So I don't know, I was just like, I don't know, I had to get off the water anyways. But guys, don't be this guy in this boat right here. Alright guys, off the water. We caught 4 fish today. It's better than a skunk. Really no size, but I do plan on coming back out to this lake next few weeks or so, because there is some big fish in here. I mean, I know there's been a few 10-pounders caught out of this lake. I'll show you a couple of baits that I caught my fish on today. It's fall time and the shad are kind of running wild, going back into the creeks and stuff. But I caught that first fish this morning on the Z-Man razor shad. What I do, I use a regular swim bait jig head, and I buy those single blades, vibrating jig blades from Queen's Tackle, and you can actually add them to your swim bait jigs. So that's kind of what I've been throwing. That's kind of my go-to. Some days I really don't like throwing a chatterbait with a skirt. It kind of depends, because I like to give the fish something to look at, something different. Because a lot of guys throw the typical chatterbait with a skirt on it, and that's just basically one of my favorites. Just a Z-Man razor shad with no skirt. And then on them points, I just was throwing a black worm on a drop shot. No size on that, unfortunately, but I don't know. We'll be back. I know there's some big fish. As this water cools on this lake, I think the big ones will be biting. So with me having a bad tournament on Lake James, I mean, I literally skunked, because I caught 3 fish at Lake James, but they were under 12 inches, and in a tournament they have to be 12 inches to score them. But I was still fortunate enough to make it in the TOC Tournament of Champions with Queen City Kayak Bass Fishing. I ended up placing 17th overall in the year out of over 100 anglers. Super excited about that. And we're going to be at Sharon Harris in a few weeks. Never been to that lake, so I don't know what to expect. I got to start doing a lot of research and try to figure that lake out. And the goal is to catch, well, it's a 2-day event, and you have to catch 4 fish each day. So the goal is 4 fish each day to try to do good in this next tournament. And after that, I plan on being back out here, kind of doing some Lake Norman stuff, and kind of, doing my typical fishing. But guys, thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel, and see you on the next adventure.